angry swan.
No, definitely not an angry swan. They are vicious fuckers. Believe me, one of the most traumatic experiences in my life comes from a bloody swan, right? They are ruthless. They are blood-hungry creatures, and I wouldn't wish them upon my worst enemy. Again, listening to the hit album 2 by Vambo, and I've written some notes for the songs that I've listened to so far. Love, Sin and Fire. This is probably the most insightful note I've ever written for anything. So, this song sounds like how eating a cheesecake feels, and I love cheesecake.
Nice.
Yeah, it really gave me a cheesecake vibe. Sweet Christine. The breakdown, like 2 minutes 30 in, made me feel very motivated to bench press a bus. There's just a really good moment. I was like, mate, you know what? I could turn my whole life around with this shit.
Is that?
Yeah, mate, I completely agree.
It's like the liberating breeze on a summer day, on a very hot summer day.
What the fuck are you talking about, Pete?
Hello, and welcome to episode 56 of the UNCNTRD podcast. I am Riley. Who's this to my right left?
I am Tom, if I'm not delayed, hopefully not.
You're good. And today,
awesome, yes.
Yeah, and today we have a guest. Plural.
Yes, we have multiple guests. We are joined by some of the lovely lot from Vambo. How are you all doing this lovely Tuesday evening?
We're doing great,
good.
man.
Doing good.
That's
Hungry
awesome
and
to
good.
hear. Oh man, I'm pretty sure we're all hungry, but I've had food, but I'm still hungry. I'm always hungry.
I'm gonna say, speak for yourself. I've been eating my mum's lovely gingerbread cookies.
Oh,
yeah, they're great.
I love gingerbread, man. Gingerbread's my favourite.
Same. Are you a head biter? Do you start with the head? It just seems less vicious that way.
For sure.
God, Riley.
Legs
Put them out
first.
there,
Jesus Christ, Riley.
Yeah,
Legs
exactly.
Legs first. Holy shit.
You can't make it slow and agonising. You just gotta let them die. But how are we all today? All feeling swell?
Yeah.
Well, indeed.
Okay. So we're just sorry, Sam.
Yes, I was gonna go straight into it and just ask. So, for all of our lovely viewers at home who might not know who Vambo are, would you care to give us a little bit of a little origin story on who the band is, what the band is, why the band is?
Okay. Yeah, so we're Vambo. We are a 4-piece rock band hailing from London in the United Kingdom. I say hailing from London, that's where we all were originally from. Now we're kind of a little bit sporadic at the moment, but yeah, we are still, I guess, based in London because that's where we rehearse. But we are Jack Styles. That is me. I'm the lead singer. Pete Lance. Say hello, Pete.
Hello.
That's Pete, and then James on the bass with a beard.
Hello, James.
James Scott, and then David Flitt, who is probably putting his kid to sleep. On the drums.
He's here in spirit.
He's here in spirit. He's always here in spirit. That's like what we tell ourselves anyway. Yeah, we were formed in 2000 and I have no idea, like 2014, 15, did we?
You boys started way earlier.
Yeah, but when was it Vambo?
We used to be in a different band called Mothership, and that was probably the bone of Vambo. And we had problems, we had issues with the name Mothership because obviously Led Zeppelin and the Chili Peppers released an album called Mothership, or maybe a song, I can't remember. And then it became Vambo, Rambo with a V.
There was an American band as well called Mothership as well that kept saying that they were going to sue us for having their name.
bit.
So yeah, we
I see where they're
che-
coming from. Somewhat.
yeah, we changed it. We changed it in 2015, I think it is.
Yes.
And then yeah, so I suppose we formed technically 12 years ago, but not as Vambo, just as me and Pete as Mothership, and then everyone else kind of joined when we changed the name Vambo, apart from Dave, who sadly can't be here with us tonight. He's putting his kid to sleep, as we said. But he's here in spirit. He joined. When did he join? Like a year and a half ago? A year ago?
Ish, yeah. It feels like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like a year.
Was it a year? Because every time I say a year, everyone's like, no, he's been here way longer than a year. And I'm sure he's been here like 3 months.
No, no. I think it's going to be like 6 months or something. It's got to be longer than 6 months.
It's got to be a year, isn't it? Yeah.
Around a year, yeah.
Well, that's basically who we are, and what we do. We write and record rock music. That's the bottom line of it, I guess.
The dream job there, writing and recording rock music.
Yeah.
Just to spin back round to when you're talking about the name, how did you actually come up with the name Vambo when you needed a new name?
Can I answer this one?
Yeah, you go on then.
Okay, so me and Jack went to Africa and we were on like an elephant riding like trip, and then we just like sat next to each other in like the saddle on the top of an elephant, and then we were like, Vambo, yeah, Vambo.
At exactly the same time. Exactly the same time.
Yeah, it just resonated, and then the elephant stopped and then kneeled down. Anyway, you tell the true story, Jack.
That's it. That were like we just both said it, and the elephant stopped. All the locals went down and bowed, and it was like a moment out of a movie. It was like sent from God. No, my dad had a band in the 70s, and one of their songs was called Vambo Rules. And at the time, I was blissfully unaware of the sensational Alex Harvey band. I wish I still was. And we were like, yeah, let's call it Vambo. Like, what does that mean? That's a random word. There's no way anyone's gonna have that name, or anything, because it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't sound like anything. And then for the last 10 years, all we get is, are you a sensational Alex Harvey band tribute band, or are you you stole the name from the sensational Alex Harvey band? So the
court case is on the way.
It's on the way, but we've already got backup names ready to go, so they can come at us with everything. We're ready.
We got a vault.
We've got a vault. We can get sued over and over and over again.
Was that one?
There's no way.
On a stick? No, that was like no.
Meat on a stick.
Meat on a stick. That was it. Yeah.
That was the covers band name.
Yeah. Play the wedding as Meat on a Stick.
But yeah, that's where it came from. It came from my B side of one of my dad's old records in the 70s, and then it turned out to be, oh, you stole it from the sensational Alex Harvey band. Oh, we've never heard that before. Do you know where your name comes from? No idea.
Cool. So, what would you say, all of you, as like a collective, what kind of music inspires you?
Ooh.
I think to a certain degree, the same band, and then we all have our own little kind of things aside. So we obviously, I think we all love the classics. Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and all of those guys. But then I think the way I see it, James is a bit into metal, Jack's a bit into everything, I'm a bit into a bit of everything, and Dave is maybe a bit more into kind of, I don't know, what is he into?
He's like acid punk.
Yeah,
something like that.
Acid punk and like African ska reggae mixed with metal. I don't know. Just But
he likes what does he like? He likes like Limp Bizkit and that, doesn't he? And like Linkin Park. Linkin Park.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it, like Pete said, like it all kind of hails from the like OG rock bands, I guess. But we all kind of just listen to wherever we fancy at the time. I mean, I can't stand rock music at the moment, so I'm just listening to anything other than rock music. But yeah, we kind of we all just kind of dip in and out of whatever. But obviously, the core of it is those bands from the 70s.
Mm. Yeah, that's fair enough. But like you listen to all these various music artists, but do you listen to your own music in your spare time?
The second album, yeah, definitely.
I do once we've just done it. When it's just finished, and we've got the finished product, I'll listen to it. Yeah. But I haven't listened to it. It's in month, like I don't know, since it got like way before it got released. Maybe like one time or something, twice, but not really.
The other thing is, you know, by the time it gets released, I'm sick of it. Like the million times you heard it. By the time it's released, I want to listen to anything else but the album. Like it's literally that you know, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I turn it on Spotify and then I give it a go, but I don't know, just I don't listen to it as much. I don't know.
It's because you do once you finish an album, you listen to it. Once they finished it, when you're nearing completion of an album, you're listening to these things over and over and over and over and over and over again to try and find ways of making them better or to figure out if things could be changed in the mix. And you do by the end of it, I think you do get sick of it. But it's funny you say that because I hadn't listened to the first album in ages, like absolutely ages, because I was sick of that as well. But when I went back and listened to it, I listened to it about a week ago, just like a few bits of it, and it felt really kind of fresh because I hadn't listened to it in so long. I was like, oh, this is a really great album. But it's like only very rarely, you know, like when the time has passed considerably since finishing the album, maybe like have a little dabble.
Yeah.
The other thing to it is, you know, I think it's a bit similar to when someone's like recording you on video and when you kind of listening to it back and then you hear your own voice and you kind of, oh fuck, no, and you just hear like your imperfections and I think it's a little bit similar. It's probably a bit more like that for Jack because he sings, but still, you know, I wish I'd play that note differently, or you know, do you kind of, I don't know, I do feel that a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. 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 Just a quick tag on to that. What is your favourite song that you've made?
You can start, Pete.
Difficult one. It's hard to name one. I don't know, maybe I love, what's it called? We're Not the Same. That's pretty cool. That's one of my favorites. And some from the new album, I would say. Probably Minutes of Madness. Yeah. You're up next, Jack.
My one's We're Not the Same for sure. Like from the first album. Like without a doubt, that's probably my favorite one that I've written. Yeah, 100%.
I think one of the best tunes would be Break These Chains, which only got like a small release.
Ooh.
The fucking bass. It's because the bass is really good on that one. I reckon. just put some headphones on. You know, it's nice. only song.
You broke up there for me. Did it break up anywhere else?
Yeah, I didn't hear.
A little bit.
We didn't get the punchline, mate. We have to do it again.
Something that was desperately unfunny.
Look.
Have you guys? Listen, a question to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's change direction here a little bit. Have you listened to the album, boys?
Well, I'm a man of honesty. I haven't got round to it yet. Usually, I'm really good at listening to guest music, but I've got a GCSE in a few days, and I've been fucking swamped. I've not had like time to fucking breathe lately. But it is on my list. It's high up on my list right now.
Your excuse accepted, Tom.
That's a good excuse. Yeah.
Tom doesn't get excuses.
You got to beat that excuse.
Yeah, I ain't got any excuses, but I have yet to listen to it. But it is next on my agenda.
Let's put it on now, and the podcast can be just us listening to it.
Listening party.
Yeah. No. I'll get the vinyl out.
I'd love a listen.
I really
could have a sing-along
for you guys, didn't I?
I was gonna say before we turned the tables, I was gonna say just congratulations on the new album.
Thank you, man.
Cheers, man.
Hopefully everyone watching this goes and listens to it, because Vambo have done an amazing fucking job with it.
Mm. And I'm sure it's 45 minutes and 37 seconds of great fun. I will get to it probably within the next week.
Yeah. It's great fun.
Turn it up.
It's been received really well, to be fair. Like it really has. Like way beyond our expectations. Like we just kind of, because obviously with COVID and everything just kind of dying down, and thought, well, okay, here comes another album, and then it's just been really great. Like obviously it hasn't like blown up, but it's in our kind of like for our standards, it's kind of done extremely well and way better than we thought it was going to do.
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yeah, how would you like describe your new album as for someone who hasn't heard it?
In other words, us.
We got to sell it to you now, innit?
Right. It's been in my music library for a while. I just haven't got to it.
It's like Dragon's Thing.
It's the greatest rock music you've ever heard by the greatest rock band that's ever lived.
Okay.
And every song is a journey, and it will take you from highs and lows, and you'll cry and you'll laugh and you'll love and you'll fall out of love. It's a wonderful experience. Like it's really like life-changing. Like like them people that go into like Peru and go up the mountains and take like them drugs, and they're like, oh my god, my life's so different now. It's like that, but in a record.
You know what? You sold me at Journey, because anything to get away from my drama GCSE is fucking blissful. So I will listen to it within the next 24 hours.
Your life will be changed for sure.
I will, and I'll even put a story up, and I'll be like, We're no longer the Uncentered podcast. We are now the Vambo podcast. We can't wait to see what they're going to do next.
I have a good one. It's like the liberating breeze on a summer day. On a very hot summer day.
What the fuck are you talking about, Pete?
Exactly. Well, that, isn't it?
Like a breeze.
The description.
Liberating breeze.
If there's a description on the
Man, do you know what's really funny? I just remembered it.
If there's a description.
He's not cutting you off on purpose. He's got a bad delay.
Oh man, I gotta remember.
Yeah, Tom is the delay.
So the liberating breeze at sunset was that.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But it is no. On a serious note, it is like when we wrote it, like we try to like make the songs not all sound the same, and every song is kind of different. different kind of style of rock. You know, some of them are funky, some of them are a bit heavier, some of them are slower, some of them are faster. You know, we try to keep variation in the songwriting. So yeah, on the whole, it is quite a quote unquote musical journey, but it's without sounding corny and cringe.
A mixtape of rock.
Yeah. It kind of is, isn't it? I suppose.
Okay, so we've got a mixtape of rock, a life-changing experience, much like drugs in Peru on a mountain.
In the rainforest, yeah.
Yeah, in the rainforest. This is a great sell, honestly. If this was Dragon's Den, I would invest.
That's great.
Same.
I'm now determined to listen to.
So with these, yes. So with these last 7 minutes that we've got of this first half, I just wanted to mention the fact that seeing you live at Nosfest was just fucking amazing. I mean, you played one of my favorite Deep Purple songs without even knowing it was my favorite Deep Purple song.
That wasn't not
we
just the other band. I'm joking.
We've been playing that for years, Burn, now, haven't we? Like, I think we've played Burn since, wow, like, I don't know, probably since the first rehearsal we ever did, we played Burn, and it's never gone out of the set.
Yeah.
So it's been in there like for all of that time we've been playing that song, man. But thank you. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the set. And Nosfest was so sick as well.
It was an amazing set. It was just awesome. I mean, we managed. I was saying to Pete earlier, we managed to catch you lot. I think just before we did our first interview there.
Yeah. And
it's just like such an awesome place just to meet new people, see new bands like yourselves, and like a lot of the other bands that I've never actually seen before.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
It is cool, isn't it? It was one of my favorite festivals that I've played so far, actually, in this scene. Like it was really fun and a really good turnout, considering we were first on, and yeah, like it was packed. I think it was probably full, so it was really cool.
Yeah. It was really, really cool. Ronnie, do you have anything to add?
I was in Spain, so no. I'm sure the set was great, but it was like 40 degrees, so
it wasn't great enough to come home. I'd say that.
I tried. I did try to get back for Nosfest, but Spanish flying rules are a bit stricter, so I wasn't able to. But next time, if you're on the card, I will be there, and I'll be chanting all of the songs on the album.
All of the lyrics
by Vambo. As it'll be an album I know like the back of my hand by that time. I might as well get a big tattoo with Vambo on it, because it'll be one in the same.
We'd post it on our socials, mate. Do it.
Do it.
We've probably got time for one more short question. Let's bring this one back. If you could have a mascot, but it can't be an animal, it's got to be an inanimate object like a paint chipping or a spark plug, what would you have?
That's a good one.
Oh no.
Plant pot.
Good choice.
I'd have a shipping container.
I'd have a live.
What, and you just kind of drop it on stage?
Yeah, just boom, and like we come out of it.
Oh yeah, like the doors blow off and shit.
The doors actually blow off.
I was about to say, just dropped onto the stage and just goes.
We come out the top of it.
We should. That's pretty. That's a good idea. I remember that.
Yeah.
The big guy.
You writing these down?
Yeah.
You gotta take notes.
Vambo
Okay, so a plant pot and a container.
What about you, Pete?
Ooh, maybe a light bulb.
A light bulb.
Yeah,
We all come out of the light bulb.
we all come out of the light bulb. Yeah, I'm talking about the old-fashioned one where you had like little lines inside, and then each one of us is one of those. I don't know, and we are in like
how big is the light bulb?
We're in a glass sphere, and I don't know. We just like, and it just like it explodes, and like you've got like glass, and we're I don't know, something like that. You with
Covered
me?
in glass, bleeding,
Covered in glass. You've got like LED wrapped around us, and I don't know, just.
We'll start.
I'll have a proper think about it though, and
Christmas lights.
I think a light bulb's a good one. We could definitely come out of a light bulb.
These are all good ideas. Write these down.
Was I the only one who saw that little thumbs up appear from Jack's phone? Then that's really cool.
What happened?
You were talking like, oh, that's a good one, and then a thumbs up in a bubble just appeared on your screen.
No, it didn't.
It did.
Who's doing that?
That was rather strange.
Really?
Oh, there are reactions you can do.
No, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't.
I didn't even touch it.
It was literally like it was on your screen. I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna have to find it.
Is there like a ghost behind? Jack, is someone behind you, mate?
No, don't, mate, because I'm in the dark here.
That was so weird.
There's thumbs up.
No, it's not. I don't know. Are you having me on?
No, I will find the clip and I will send it to the Instagram during the break.
Is that John Cena behind you?
Yes, it is.
I just clocked that.
I stole him from a wrestling pay-per-view. There's also an Andrew Garfield. He just doesn't get screen time as much anymore.
For a second, I thought that was your dad.
Just chilling there.
Yeah.
Why Andrew Garfield?
Well, it's a long, sad story. I don't want to tell. It's a really nice cutout with a really sad origin story. But we're out of time now anyway, so I guess I don't have time. We'll see you in part 2. Nice. Right, and welcome back to part 2. So I've got a surprise to kick it off. During my time away, I began listening to the hit album 2 by Vambo, and I've written some notes for the songs that I've listened to so far.
Okay.
So, Minute of Madness is the opening track on Amazon Music. And I've written for this. This is a song that would play in a montage of a bunch of mechanics fixing a car, and then the car goes for a drive onto a desert in the best way.
Yeah, I like that.
That's the music video.
No, it's the music video.
Yeah, there you go. You're really selling it, dude.
Who have you been talking to?
that was the vision I got. And then Love, Sin and Fire. This is probably the most insightful note I've ever written for anything. So this song sounds like how eating a cheesecake feels, and I love cheesecake.
Nice.
Yeah, it really gave me a cheesecake vibe. Sweet Christine. The breakdown, like 2 minutes 30 in, made me feel very motivated to bench press a bus. There's just a really good moment. I was like, mate, you know what? I could turn my whole life around with this shit. Track 4 of Hey Willie, I said, I love the backing vocals on this track. It makes me feel like it makes it feel like an experience on a mountain in Peru. And then the final song I got to, which I was listening, we were all here, it just didn't pick up. Take My Hand, and I said, I want to walk in the dark at night to this song or skydive to this song. Both are equally applicable. So if that is not a good selling point for the first half of the album, I don't know what is. It definitely gets my seal of approval. It's proper class, and I will finish listening to it later tonight.
You need to write that down on like a blog page as a review so we can share that.
I agree.
When it's done, I'll send it to the Instagram.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, big swell work so far. Now moving on to the actual section of questions. I'll kick it off with the one I always do. Are there any songs in particular of yours that you would place anywhere in a film?
Running in Circles, I think.
Yeah.
On the first album.
For sure.
I've always thought that Love, Sin and Fire could be a good theme music for one of the James Bond films for some reason, with the violin and the choruses.
Maybe actually,
I could see that now. Listen,
yeah.
I actually think that Minute of Madness would go really well during a montage of a bunch of mechanics fixing a car, and then they go for a drive onto a desert.
It sounds like what's that
Mad
action
Max
film that they? No, but there was
yeah.
There was the other action film. What was it like? Where it had like all of the bit. It had like Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Expendables, wasn't it? That was
Expendables.
Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone in one of them. Just in the worst movie of all time.
Wait till you hear the song called Shadows at the end of the album.
Oh,
I'm
God,
really
yes, the closing track.
I'm really looking forward to like hearing your feelings about that one.
I like to write about how the song is really what I'm envisioning while I'm listening to it. Like a bunch of mechanics fixing a car and then the car goes to drive in the desert. It's just, I think I actually had notes like that for every song, but I didn't want to just write the same thing, or the same structure. So I tried to be creative. Okay. So Mad Max and The Expendables. I haven't watched either, actually. Look, Tom Hardy was a good Bane. I just don't think he could sell me a film where he just drives to get water and then drives back.
Well, I don't know. Have you not seen the other film that he's in? What's that one? I think it's like Fargo or something. I can't remember what it's called. He's literally, the film is him in a car and it's just him for 2 hours. Like, no lies, just him in a car.
I really like
on the phone to his wife.
Jesus.
I've got to go watch that now.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
I actually really liked him in Venom, and I think the Venom films are so overhated. I think they're really funny.
Yeah, I like the Venom film.
Everyone slates it. They take Venom and they make him not serious. He's a cool symbiote. Oh, shut up. Let him make his funnies. Venom 2 is unironically the funniest film I've watched this year. It's so funny. I love it. Like, Venom's such a serious bloke. Just let him make his little one-liners. It's great. It's like that part where they're in the church and it's like, time to die, and he's like, yeah, that's the spirit. It's like, no, us, we're going to die. Like, that's brilliant. It's so funny. He doesn't need to be such a serious bloke all the time.
I agree.
Tom Hardy was all right too. Go on, Tom.
Anyway, so this is kind of linking towards Riley's question. It's still about movies. I mean, it's about. I'll just set the scene here. So they decide to make a nice little biography about Vambo. Which celebrities would you like to play yourselves in that said movie?
I reckon Ryan Reynolds should play me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's uncanny.
I think we're like really, close.
I'd like to see.
Sorry.
I'd like to see Matthew McConaughey as me. I reckon.
I can actually see that.
Hmm.
Oh, Jack, did you ever send those AI pictures? Did you ever put them up?
What ones?
The ones of you, but they're like your movie style shots.
Oh no, I'm not on Vambo. No, never mind.
That needs to surface on the internet somewhere, mate. Like,
Actually, I wouldn't mind Zac Efron
Are we
playing
not
me.
getting
Actually,
the Vambo movie shots?
I want Zac Efron playing me. That's what I've decided. Not Matthew McConaughey. Give me some Zac Efron playing me.
I see that now. I see that. I see that.
I don't know.
What about you, Pete? I love Zac Efron.
I'm really hesitating between two names. One is Antonio Banderas, and the other one is fucking Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
That's so funny, dude.
I reckon Pedro Pascal.
I reckon Mel Gibson for you, Pete. I do, honestly.
I reckon we have Mel Gibson with that hairpiece.
I reckon we have Machine Gun Kelly playing Dave as well.
Machine Gun.
Oh
Kelly.
yeah, that's
yeah.
Really, is it a good biopic if Machine Gun Kelly's not in it?
Yeah, but exactly. That's what I was thinking. You can't have a biopic without Machine Gun Kelly in it. You know what?
Look, I thought
what biopic hasn't Machine Gun Kelly done at this point?
Exactly. I thought The Dirt was better than Bohemian Rhapsody. Sue me.
Wait, is Machine Gun Kelly actually in a biopic?
He's in The Dirt. He plays Tommy Lee.
I didn't know that.
He does.
I actually didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
look it up.
I ain't watched it, but
No, I'm dead serious. You can look it up right now.
Seriously?
I'm going to lie right now. This is outrageous.
Yeah, Colson
What is it
Baker,
called? The
Machine
Dirt?
Gun Kelly was in The Dirt as Tommy Lee.
Machine Gun Kelly. Shit. You're right, yeah. Fuck, I didn't know that.
It was pretty good. I've really liked The Dirt.
Yeah, that's great.
The Uncensored podcast, teaching people new things.
Exactly.
That's so funny. I didn't know he was an actor.
He's in Bird Box. Do you remember when Bird Box was popular in like 2019? If that.
Bird Box. He does a bit of everything, Machine Gun Kelly, doesn't he?
Yeah, other than
Wait, what? The one with the blindfold?
Yeah, he ragged that woman in the cupboard and then died.
How do you know? That's a good cameo. That was a good film. I like that film.
Yeah, it was good. He was in some other shit too. I just don't remember.
I always, for some reason, think Machine Gun Kelly was Billy Elliot as well. He looks like that kid who played Billy Elliot in the film.
Oh, that's the guy who's in Skins. What's his name?
They look similar, man. That guy and Machine Gun Kelly are literally doppelgangers.
They're kind of the only notable films he's in, other than his hit film Good Morning that he directed himself. That I haven't got around to watching yet because I'm saving it. Actually, he made Downfall's High, which was a short film based on his album Tickets to My Downfall that he released on YouTube, and it starred a fucking TikTok star.
You don't know about Machine Gun Kelly?
We saw Machine Gun Kelly live this summer.
Oh, wowzers.
Yes.
How was that?
In Portugal.
Well, can we be brutally honest here?
Go on.
I think after about
experience.
3 or 4 songs, we just turned away from it.
Was it not life-changing?
Oh, do you know what I didn't like about the show was that they just used like samples a bit too much. Like the drummer was literally just like doing this behind the drum kit, and then you could hear the full drum kit going.
Was it not Travis Barker? Was he not?
No, he wasn't on that score.
No.
And literally the drummer was just like that throughout the entire song, and you could hear the drums full on. So to me, and I'm a musician, I just that we use samples, but not to that degree. Like, I don't think that's nice, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that put me off a little bit, but yeah, people seem to love it. Maybe something's wrong with me.
What is this film that you said had a TikTok star? Is it called Good Morning? Did you say?
No. Good Morning is his actual full-length film, his stoner comedy.
Okay. What's his name then? What's his actual name?
Colson Baker.
Colson Baker. Okay, I was trying to see it on the credits. There you go. That's it. Colson Baker.
You're gonna send Jack into a deep dive here. Like, watch out. Like,
we should end it here, and we should start up the podcast again when we'll review all of Machine Gun Kelly's films.
Everything he's ever been in.
Yeah.
He's massive though, as in like, yeah, big, popular.
He's a well-tall bloke too. Yeah, The Dirt was really good. So that's the only comment I can really give on his acting. Although his film, Good Morning, is the only film I've ever seen with a 0% Rotten Tomatoes score. So
no way. There's no way. Really?
You can check it. But last time I checked, it was at 0%.
Oh my god, it actually is. Wow.
I didn't even know you could get a 0%.
That's unfortunate.
Critics are harsh, but they can't be that harsh. Like,
clearly they can, apparently.
Right.
Anyway,
I was going to say, we're falling too deep down the rabbit hole now. I'm going to have to move this along with a nice hat. Right, okay. So we've had some MGK waffle. We had a bit of this, a bit of that, and now it's time to get into the hard stuff, the real class A's of questions, the classified information. So, already with no delay, what is the best sandwich?
What is the best sandwich?
Reuben sandwich.
Cheese sandwich, nah. Plain cheese.
Butter,
slight layer of mayo, slight layer of mustard. But like, I'm talking like so bare that it still just feels like a normal cheese sandwich with nothing else in it. Just like it doesn't bring anything other than it just kind of subtly holds the cheese.
Why don't you just have butter then?
Yeah, that butter as well. Butter, mayo, and mustard, but like hot, like they're not overpowering anything. They're just there.
Well, what the fuck
What's
are
a
they
Reuben?
doing there then?
I don't know. They're there, all right.
Just
Don't
sack
ask
them
any more
off.
questions. Next.
Mine's prawn mayo, probably.
That's a bold pick. That's a good pick. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I love that. And there's a weird one, which is just a little bit of butter and fish fingers.
Butter and fish fingers.
Yeah.
Fish fingers, yeah, on the sandwich. I like that.
Try that and then add some mash, and it will change your life. Mash in a sandwich needs to become more normalized.
Oh, cool. I'll give that a go.
I don't think I've had mash in a sandwich.
And
I don't think I've had that.
You're doing something wrong then. Believe me, mash in a sandwich is life changing because mash almost has spreadable properties. So
it does.
It's so versatile.
It just explode out as soon as you put any pressure. It's just gonna.
Not if you know what you're doing. Not
if you layer it correctly. Yeah, exactly.
Need kind of like professional assistance with a.
Look, this is why if you're ever making a sandwich with a meat, you take like your ham, for example. At the bottom, you put the shit in, and then you fold the ham on top. So that way, the ham is holding everything else in place.
A ham parcel.
Exactly.
Let me make note of this. And
yeah, I'm making.
But what holds the ham in place? That's why that's the purpose of this thin layer of butter, mayo, and mustard. It acts as a binder.
It's kind of like
it bonds the bread to the ham. The same way the ham holds the fillings inside the ham.
Have you ever seen the videos of like the impossible tables where there's two chains and like they're connected in such a way that it's kind of like keeping itself up despite the fact it really should fall down? That's kind of what the ham is like. It's like it probably shouldn't just stay there nicely, but it will.
You can't have you can't have an impossible table sandwich.
What is this? The impossible table? Let me have a look.
That's it. The impossible table.
Oh. Wait, and they're actual chains?
Yeah.
Like
It's
normal
just-
chains?
It's weird. I can't explain it, but like it's
It's
uh,
physics.
yeah, it's physics, and physics is a fucking. It's like they don't fall down because the tension or something.
Oh, because of the way it's all. Yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah, just that, but bread. And
Yeah, that's the ham.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
the ham. Yeah.
James, what's your favourite sandwich?
It's the Reuben sandwich.
Yeah, Tom, were you not paying attention?
Sauerkraut. It's got the pastrami. It's
Ooh,
got Thousand Island sauce.
that's a good
beautiful.
sandwich.
Oh,
Beautiful sandwich.
is that? It sounds like.
Yeah, mate, I completely agree.
Yeah, that's funny.
Go on, Tom, ask your question.
What question?
If you completely broke up and whatever you said, you were just.
Yeah.
Stop the question you asked for like 2 weeks because you wanted a question.
Oh, I've got bored of that question already.
Well, okay, fine. But you know what? No, it's a good question, and if you're not going to ask, then I will. But it is from the corrupt mind of Tom, not me. I'm not this sadistic to ask this question.
No, it isn't.
What is the largest animal you could take in a bare fisticuffs fight? You're not killing the animal. I just want to make it clear. You're not killing the animal. You just got to make him tap. Or like throw in the towel.
I reckon I could do an ostrich.
Nah, they're rapid.
Right.
I'm pretty fast.
That's gonna break your legs.
Ostriches are too much like emus. And
No, but they're not meant
emus
to be
like
running
sit down
away,
in
though.
army.
I don't think they're meant to be running, are they? Or can they run away?
Oh, they won't run away, but they can like run into your knees.
I reckon I could do an ostrich. I'm gonna stick by it.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I don't know. I'll let James answer that one. What you thinking?
I reckon that I could take a swan,
No,
like an angry swan.
no, definitely not an angry swan. They are vicious fuckers. Believe me, one of the most traumatic experiences in my life comes from a bloody swan, right? They are ruthless. They are blood-hungry creatures, and I wouldn't wish them upon my worst enemy.
If I was there,
Right, is there a right answer to this? Because every answer is one.
No, you can't take that one.
No. Okay, I can almost justify the ostrich, but swans, mate. When I was like 4, we were feeding swans, and then I had some bread in my hand, and I turned to speak to my parents, and as I turn again, there's a fucking swan, and it's just sprinting at me, flapping its wings, and I'm like, mate, no, it really ruined my day.
And ever since that day, you've been training. Ready.
Yeah, exactly. Right,
He's ready.
I'm gonna come in like Rocky.
Have you seen some of those videos? You know, it's really funny. Like, when you see some of those videos on the internet when the Australians fight kangaroos,
Yeah,
and the male kangaroo, like they literally like punch like humans do.
Oh yeah, they
You've
can
seen
suck
what
you. It's
Yeah.
brutal. Kangaroos are good fighters.
Yeah.
Couldn't take a kangaroo.
I always thought that like it's got to be animated, but no, that's how they do it. It's so like just the real way.
It is weird,
great.
yeah. Right. It's time to move on to the big question. Okay, here are the rules, okay? I'm going to ask you to make a band. You can all make your own individual bands, or you can team up to make a super band. You don't have to be in the band, but you can be. You can have as many people as you want, as long as you've got the core fundamentals of a singer, a bassist, a drummer, and a guitarist. You can have anyone on any instrument, but they will not learn to play that instrument. They can be dead or alive. They will be alive when they perform, unless you specifically request them not to be. And go nuts.
Oof. I need to think about this one.
Are we going to start with like let's start with band members? So we're going to do a 3-piece.
Are we doing like a collaborative effort here, or are we doing an individual effort? I reckon we do a collaborative effort.
Let's do a collab.
And but they don't magically learn the instrument. No, if they don't know it, they don't know it. So if I said I wanted to have like I don't know, like Elvis playing the drums, Elvis can't play that. Maybe he could play the drums, but you know what I'm getting at. Like he doesn't just miraculously learn to play the drums. We would just have a really bad drummer in the band.
Yeah. What
so already we're fucked. Like if we all right, okay.
I mean, the options are endless. Millions of possibilities.
Do you want to do 2 bands? Do you want to do a proper band where they're playing the real instruments, and then a second band where they're not?
I'm going to have Machine Gun Kelly fronting it for sure. That goes without saying. Like, there's no way that he's not fronting it.
You might as well give him guitar too.
Yeah, give him he'll be a singer guitarist. Yeah.
I got a weird one. James Brown singing and Jimi Hendrix on guitar. That could be interesting.
Who's singing?
James Brown.
James Brown and Jimi Hendrix. But we can't. We've already got Machine Gun Kelly. So we've got Jimi Hendrix on guitar.
Put Jimi Hendrix on backup guitar.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix on rhythm.
On rhythm.
And James Brown's a backup singer to Machine Gun Kelly.
Travis Scott on drums. Not Travis Scott. Travis Barker on drums.
Travis Barker on drums.
Travis Scott on drums.
You could have you could have Travis Scott as like
hype man.
You could get like a rap. You could have a rapper as well. We could have a Linkin Park angle kind of going on.
That's true. Travis Scott is brilliant. So
yeah, we'll have Travis Scott. We'll have Travis Scott on poetry.
Yeah. Poetry.
Who's on bass?
Start, I reckon.
Flea on bass.
Good start. Now put Cliff Burton on bass. You need that metal edge.
Tim Burton on bass.
Tim Burton, yeah. Cliff Burton's his teacher, but it's Tim Burton.
I want to see Cliff Richard on backup vocals as well. I want him to be the second backup vocalist. James Brown, Cliff Richard. We need we got a drummer.
Elton John could be like backup drums. He could be like percussion.
He could be piano percussion.
Yeah.
Like he hits the top of the piano and plays it.
He's not allowed to use the keys.
Yeah. So what else we
at the top of the piano?
Did we have a drummer? Have we got
Travis
the drummer?
Barker, I think he said.
So we got Travis Barker. Who was on bass? Flea. I feel that's too easy. Flea's too easy. I feel we need
we got Cliff Burton on bass.
Who's the guy who did all the? Oh yeah, Tim Burton on bass.
Who else is close to Machine Gun Kelly?
We need a third backup singer.
Pete Davidson.
It's got to be in it. Do you reckon you can see that? We'll bring Pete Davidson in as well.
Just put Ronnie James Dio.
We need a 36-piece brass section as well. So get fucking thinking, boys. Get thinking.
David Coverdale on backing vocals.
So that would be like the realistic one, right? That'd be quite.
That's the realistic one.
I was always going for the funny one. If I stay quiet, good.
That'd be quite a good band, actually. I feel that's quite a solid band. There's not a weak link in that band. Maybe Pete Davidson on backing vocals, but he'd probably get drowned out by the other two.
No, I'd pitch his mic up.
And then what about in like a band that we would like to see? I'd still love to see Tim Burton on bass. I can't lie. That's got to be start. Who else?
Hmm.
You want to put?
Come on, James.
You want to put Richie
Tim
Blackmore? Richie Blackmore on guitar.
Singing. No, he can't. No, he can play guitar, can't he?
Oh yeah, put him on bass then.
No, we got Tim Burton on bass.
It was meant.
Richie Blackmore.
Mate, it was meant to be Cliff Burton.
No, he's in the real band. This is the fun band.
All right.
This is
this is the fun band.
This
Well,
is the
if
fun
it's
band.
funny,
Yeah.
it's got to be Ali G on vocals or something.
Ali G.
Ali G on vocals.
Ali G. Tim Burton bass. Ali G on vocals.
Who's on guitar?
Throw Stevie Wonder in there somewhere.
I want to have like a historical figure in there as well. Maybe like Napoleon on piano.
I reckon he could probably play piano.
He probably could, couldn't he? Have him on drums.
And is that your band?
Yeah.
That's your final?
That's the band. We're missing it. We don't have a guitarist in the made up band, so throw one in there.
Vivaldi on vinyl or something.
Vinnie Jones on guitar.
Vinnie Jones.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones on guitar. Right, so we got Tim Burton on bass, Vinnie Jones on guitar, Napoleon on drums, and Richie Blackmore singing.
Okay. Well, that brings us...
Ali G fucking band manager.
Oh yeah, Ali G, Ali G singing. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Band manager or band presenter or something.
Well, that brings us to an end of this episode. So, unless there's any questions that you have for us,
yeah.
I want to know where the John Cena poster came from. Like, I want to get one myself.
Oh, you could probably buy one, but someone just left it when I went to AEW, and so I was like, mate, I'll nab that. So I took it on the tube with me, like in a crowd of 80,000 people. It just past Madame Tussauds because the train terminated. In a dodgy taxi, a friend's house, a car, another friend's house, another car, and now it lives there.
I can't tell as well. Is that Jesus on your pillow?
No. I don't know. I'm explaining this one. Do you happen to be an avid wrestling fan?
Not for many years. Not since I was a kid.
Oh, then you know what? It's going to be quite difficult to explain. This is not Jesus. This is Omos.
I couldn't see it. It was so far away.
No, this is the 7'3" wrestler Omos. And he is very.
What is
good
that?
at
WWE?
Yeah. But that brings us to
I've got one more question.
Okay, go on.
Are all your Funko Pops wrestling Funko Pops?
They are not. There's a mixture. Okay. Although I've lost two and I haven't found them. But oh shit, we're really running out of time. So that brings us to an end of this episode. Go check out us on Instagram and Vambo on Instagram and listen to their new album. The first half was really good and the second half probably is too. Do the subscribes and the likes. We're semi we're semi constant with our upload schedule. So if you enjoyed this, there's a few other episodes and they're kind of funny as well. So au revoir.